Hey everybody, it's me, Dragon97, and I'm here to review these figures that I have from Primal Rage. For those of you who remember what Primal Rage is, it's a good thing that you came to watch this because I know you'd be interested. For those of you who do not know what Primal Rage, it's think of it as Mortal Kombat with dinosaurs, 2 gorillas, 1 snake. It's one of the best arcade classic games out there that are like fighting and kind of violent. But the game was made by the same people who done Mortal Kombat. It was Midway. Now, these figures were made like 2 years later, in 1996, made by Playmates Toys. There's Sauron, and then I got Diablo, and I got Vertigo. These are the only 3 figures I have, so I don't have Armadon, nor do I have the Raptor. I forgot what his name was. I think it was Slash, or no, it was Talon. Yes, Talon was his name, and there was also Chaos, and then there was Blizzard. But I don't have any of those guys. I only have these 3. Now, let's see. Let's start off with Sauron, my favorite one out of them all. Sauron was my favorite character from Primal Rage, being that he's a T-Rex, and he was a more simple character to play as than the other ones. Like, the other ones, like, I didn't seem to enjoy playing them as much as this guy, so I was like, man, you know, the T-Rex is always the awesome one. So, he's got, like, orange up here, and, like, his whole body is, like, yellow. And I don't know why, but sometimes when I look at this, like, the way it looks, like, the scales are all kind of bloated and stuff, and that he's yellow, it looks like corn. Like, I don't know why I think that. It's just funny. And he's got purple running from, like, all the way from his head all the way to his tail, and it's like in a stripy pattern. Dang, I can't get these things to stand up sometimes. And then he's also got, like, orange outlining his purple, so it's like, you know, consecutive stripe and all that. And this is like really funky. It's like woo. But yeah, and the only function he has is like you push his arm down, he opens his mouth, and this one's just like movable. His legs are also like that. His tail can come off. And that was a big problem because I remember that I couldn't find his tail for a while, and I found it. Like, I don't know, it was kind of a big problem with his tail, and then I finally, after so long, managed to get it back together, and it stayed like that ever since. Sauron is the Tyrannosaurus Rex. The story behind him, he was the king of eating, if I'm not mistaken. Like, he was always a hungry dinosaur with like some insatiable insatiable hunger, and he would like constantly eat humans and stuff. And I believe his position as like hero or villain, I think it was like neutral or something like that. I don't know, I never saw him as a hero or a villain. Like, I always thought of him as like a neutral dinosaur just there to eat or like kill his opponents and stuff. And then we got Diablo, who is a palette swap of him and even much smaller. In the game, it states that he's like an Allosaurus, but I just think of him as a smaller T-Rex, kind of like a juvenile, who is actually, I think I like to say, is the devil. Because technically, that's what he is. He's like the king of the underworld in Primal Rage. He's like, think of it as like a midget T-Rex. Like, he's like this small compared to him, like that. He's like kind of this small. He's a fast guy. He shoots flames out of his mouth, and I don't have the fire piece because I found him like this, and he's missing his tail. I've seen another Diablo like this. I don't know why, but I saw another one exactly like this, missing the mouthpiece and missing this. So I'm just like, that's a coincidence. But yeah, I remember him being like, he was supposed to be like the king of an underworld. He would enslave people, you know, like people of what they know as Earth. You know, Earth, like, it's spelled kind of weird, but the people who survived during planet Earth's kind of like destruction, I guess, or like backwards evolution, that he would like rule the underworld. He would be like on the land eating people, but yeah, he's nothing more than a palette swap of Sauron that shoots flames and stuff. And he does the same thing as Sauron, like he opens his mouth, but like it's a special function where it just shoots flame, like something out of his mouth. Uh, I don't know, like Sauron didn't have anything too special. He has something else to him. So yeah. And of course his red color, and he's got just simple black stripe. So I honestly I like it. Like I like Diablo in figure form, like because he looks so cool, like just being red and black. But when it comes to the video game, I like Sauron. Next is Vertigo. Vertigo is the snake-like dinosaur of some sorts with this weird thing on the back of her neck. And I believe this is like the only female character in the game. That was something like that. That it's a female snake, and it has the ability. I forgot what it does, but I know that this figure, the really cool and weirdest thing about it is that if you're able to get water into its stomach, like you just squeeze it and it just starts shooting water out of its mouth like in a stream. And I thought of it as a really cool figure. Like I saw this guy selling this, and oh man, I forgot who else he was selling. He was selling like some other Primal Rage characters, and I believe he didn't have these two because I think he already sold them or he just never got them. But since I already had those two, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take Vertigo because it looks more cool than the other ones, and I don't regret it. I actually kind of like it. You know, Vertigo is a pretty interesting character. You know, it's like a snake that has like horns coming out of him, or her, and it's got these weird like arms, kind of like T-Rex, but it's only sideways instead of just going like that. It's just like funky. So, I mean, see, just look at that. That's really weird. It's like it's gonna pinch you. It's like pinch you, you know. And it's got this really long, narrow tail that I guess you could just move around, and it just goes back in place. The paint job, I like to say that the paint job is fantastic. Like the mold of the whole snake is like blue. It's like a really nice plasticky blue, and the color is like a watery kind of like light blue with like minty greenish bluish color surrounding it. Honestly, I can say that these three figures have like really cool paint jobs. This one being really vibrant, this one being simple but looks badass, and this one looks just amazing. It's just like whew, like water just splashed on this one and it just stayed there. It's like that, you know, motion of the ocean. Okay, that's enough puns. Yeah, these are the only three figures I have, and I will honestly say that these figures are pretty cool. You know, at the condition that they are now, like, I don't have a problem with it. Like, this one's already the way he's supposed to be. I do believe he came with, like, a mouthpiece and, like, some stuff with for his feet, like, some, like, metal claws or something like that. I don't know what happened to them. I lost them over time. But other than that, he's, like, in perfect condition. So I can just, like, have him like this. This guy, he's missing his tail and the stuff from his mouth, like the fire, I guess. So that thing is gone. I just found him like that. And this one, I don't know if it actually came with anything. I haven't looked up anything on Vertigo yet, but yeah. So these are my three figures from Primal Rage. And I'd like to say my favorite one out of them all would be Sauron, but at the same time it would be Diablo for his color. But I just like them all three anyways. It's like there's no, you know, who's the best one. And I just think they're all cool. I might probably get the other figures sometime in the future, like if I ever do find them again. But I'm not such a big fan of like all the other ones, but they do seem interesting. I will mention that one time I did find a figure of something that was a Sabertooth made by the Playmates Toys. That was for what was it called? It was like a second Primal Rage that was canceled. It was like they made the figures, like there was these two figures I believe that were released, but the game itself was never released, but they just actually made the figures. I found it once, I never did buy it, but if I ever do get the chance to find it again, I will buy it and I'll probably show you. But yeah, and this is it for my review, and sometime later this week, probably tomorrow when I come back from doing other stuff, I will try to review some more figures, or I'll probably just do another type of video, because I need to put more time into doing videos, and I know I haven't done anything lately, so yeah. I'll keep track of that. And by the way, I know Halloween is coming around, so I'm gonna review something special. But this is gonna be before like Halloween, so mind you that I won't be doing this special video anytime soon yet. But thanks for watching, and I'm just giving you a heads up. And stay tuned.